the twin Hogs here.
4 earthquakes, which could be like a quadquake or a crazy fireball.
One building away! Welcome to KingsMan Season 2. I have a special guest here, the one and only Coco is joining me again. Coco, you joined me in Season 1, and we're back for Season 2. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm super excited. I love that we also have some players that are returning to maybe get a chance at redemption to get that first place.
Indeed, in this matchup, Tribe Gaming versus Vatic, it's a 3 vs 3. So the first ban is in here today, and the ban from KingsMan's team is the Poison Spell to start there, Coco.
Oh, that's going to be tricky with some of those Clan Castle troops.
The second thing that's going to be banned from Cronos' team. So this is their very first ban of the match, and this is going to be the Rage Spell, the one that, of course, we're going to be expecting to see, right?
Yeah, we see that a lot in combination with a lot of Smash armies. We'll see how they do that. We might be seeing that on the Warden instead.
Cronos has the next ban as well for his team, and that is going to be the Freeze Spell. Of course, you can't allow a freeze here.
Banning a Rage Spell and a Freeze Spell is definitely going to make it hard.
Now we jump back over to KingsMan's side. And are they going to continue with the spells? Or are they going to go something completely different with the hero abilities? Well, let's take a look at the selection from KingsMan. And KingsMan's selection is in with the healer. No hero ability. Taking out the healer troop there.
Oh, that's going to be tough. Again, could be another Warden ability that could counter that.
Do we have an additional troop that we're not going to be seeing? So let's go ahead and reveal that, because it is going to be a ban of the Rocket Balloon here, Coco.
Oh, that make it tricky for some fireballs. We love to see them picking off some outer defenses.
Final ban that is coming in from Team Cronos, and that is going to be the likes of an Eternal Tome. Cannot allow that in the match, right?
That is nasty. That's going to hurt so much.
So the first selection is in here from KingsMan, which that means they also have to attack first. So that is the one caveat that you have to do, is if you pick first, you attack first. So the selection for pick number 1 is in from Team KingsMan, and it is the selection of the Electro Boots that affects the Royal Champion.
Of course they wanted that for themselves, because that means Cronos, Teemper, and Riqirez cannot use it.
What is Cronos' selection? To counter that, do they do something directly to affect that selection? Well, yes, they do! They're taking the invisibility spell to try to prevent RC charges.
Yeah, RC charge, they want it? Nope.
In addition, do they take, because they got back-to-back picks here, and their selection is in for pick number 3, and Cronos is going with the Earthquake Spell.
Oh, that's interesting. That could be really good for fireballs.
Pick number 4 from KingsMan is going to be a dragon. So we can see the dragon attacks coming in for them.
Dragon's still pretty popular. They're doing really good at Town Hall 17, so this looks pretty decent for KingsMan, Natchoa, and Hades, but there's no rage spells.
No rage spell, so that's tough. So now one final pick for Team KingsMan. Pick number 5 is here, and what do they go with? Is there a counter? Well, my friends, there is a counter to the Earthquake selection. They're taking the Lightning Spell right there for their team.
I mean, with a fireball, you don't tend to see a lot of lightning, but when you try and zap something off the base, like a monolith, which we have seen in previous town halls, you definitely need the combo.
You do. You need that Earthquake, so that could be a counter to the Earthquake. The Invis is a counter to the Electro Boots. They're just firing back and forth right there, as we got one final selection that is coming in for this match here today, and Cronos' team is selecting the Healing Tome for that Grand Warden. And KingsMan is in with the very first attack. And Coco, what is he bringing? Well, look at this. It is dragons. Exactly why they selected him for their team.
They didn't opt to take the Royal Champion. It's definitely because the invisibility was banned out for them since Cronos, Teemper, and Riqirez chose him.
Yep.
But I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with that blimp because I spy 2 clone spells.
Ooh, 2 clones, and let's see balloons coming straight on in to try to help clear any traps, and then a blimp is going to go for the Town Hall to help secure that. Remember, you can't rage it up, so what does he have inside? It's a clone up Yeti right through those Gigabombs getting launched across.
Yeah, they do still get good value. Town Hall goes down, but there's still a lot of defenses surrounding them, clearing out those Yeti mites before they do too much damage, getting some additional buildings around there, which will be pretty decent for some funding. As you can see, the dragons are already coming in down south. There's the Rage Gem supporting these dragons through.
Ooh, it's a Rage Gem and Life Gem on KingsMan's Warden there because they can't take a Healing Tome further aside, as he does have a healing spell, which we don't really see at all ever used with dragons.
No, not really. Not really at all. We'll see how it goes. There goes the Overgrowth, locking in those defenses on that back end. I mean, you still have those heroes. They're clearing around the outside just to make sure that these dragons go for these most heavy-hitting defenses in the center. At the moment, they're looking okay. They're not taking too much damage. Again, no freezes, no invisibility spells. There's pretty much nothing in here that can actually stop the damage on the dragons.
That Minion Prince ability was clutch. It acts as a freeze spell. It obviously doesn't freeze it. It just slows it down, and that is a huge benefit there. But these dragons are getting picked off here. Air defense still remains to the far right side. I don't know. Can his hero still walk through and finish this off as the queen can stay alive with these healers that spawn from the healer puppet, which is allowed. They just can't bring the regular healer troop.
Yeah, that is really, really nice for that queen, especially with the warden still standing and the Rage Gem. The only thing is the king is going to go down. He does still clear up around the outside a bit more. The Minion Prince is still going solo, gets a bit of a revive there from the Phoenix, but there's still lots of heavy hitting defenses. The Sweeper pointing in the south direction, actually, not to the left, which will be nice for those dragons wrapping around the outside of the base.
Yeah, he's trying to slowly path through the giant, trying to get out in front, takes out that multi-arch tower, drops the march to the top side, but can this Inferno Dragon get the value he's hoping for with 46 seconds left? Time is ticking. These heroes, remember, they are strong. They can still move through, but it's all about time. Can this Queen and Warden work together to finish this base off in time with the Inferno Dragon to remove that Ricochet cannon to the right?
The multi-inferno doing so much damage, picking off both of these remaining dragons. The air defense goes down from the queen. She does have to get through these walls, though. Unless the booger can get it down on its own.
Oh, gosh, it's time. Time's ticking. The Sneezy's moving through the multi. No shot. The queen's stuck on a wall, and that's why you upgrade your walls, my friends. 1 building away. KingsMan. Oh, my God, he gets it.
He does just in time.
Cronos is in. And what is the selection? Oh, you talked about it. You said Root Riders. And my friends, it is Root Riders, but he can't take healers. So he's subbing in the Druids.
Yeah, Druids is really nice, especially since they do bounce, so they can actually heal multiple troops at once. I'm very interested to see. He's got 4 Earthquakes, which could be like a Quadquake or a crazy Fireball. All those invisibilities clearing out those defenses, forcing the Fireball into the core of KingsMan's base.
And that is why they selected the Earthquake spell on their side as pick number 3. No one selected the Fireball. Oh my God, the arrow as well. Removing the Town Hall, taking that down. Okay.
He's trying to show off here. He knew that. That's really nicely planned because that Town Hall does a lot of damage and we can't freeze it. No rages. We do have the rage from the Rage Gem, so that's why we also want to keep that Warden alive. Even though we had that crazy value from the Fireball, the Rage Gem is crucial for these Root Riders.
Let's see if he make his way off to the right. He does. With the king also down, does have the troop launcher, sends it to the bottom side. We got Super Barbarians off to the right, moving his way around. Wizard off to the right as well. And we have a Spitter that is still pointing off to the left, continuing his way into the Ground Expo. We have the troops. Oh, wait, the troop launcher getting sent off to the left by where the Electro Titan was, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The Fire Spitter was good to mention. We did manage to avoid a lot of those shots. Did a little bit of damage, but the Root Riders, they didn't. managed to get in range of that, so that was really nice. The main thing here for me is I want to see what those scatter shots do. There are 2 still remaining on that back end. 1 up top on the right, 1 on the left. We are actually stopping the Monolith from doing damage with the Overgrowth.
We still have the push into the core with the king ability of the Spiky Ball and the Snake Bracelet. Just 2 more Super Barbs left. The Headhunter still left to use, but the Royal Champion with that Rocket Sphere got some fantastic value, continuing his way through this backside. The Scatter Shot is going to stay up just like that, but he's got a lot of troops here with these Root Riders. Giants pathing his way through, and the Monolith locks onto this Grand Warden, and he goes down.
Oh, this Monolith is scary. We do have 1 Yeti going in there. It might just be enough to get it down without even popping, allowing for those Yeti Mites to go in towards his left-hand side, but we have no more Root Riders left. It's all about the King. He's got decent health, still has his ability, which is looking really good, and Cronos held 1 Headhunter for the enemy hero on that back end.
And he times it. There's the Headhunter coming in to try to sneak into the enemy queen. Pops that Spiky Ball, skips across there, and that is gonna go down for a 3-star, and we are tied. 3-star to 3-star. And if you guys are wondering, is there a tiebreaker scenario? There is, but time won't be a tiebreaker scenario because it will come down to a 1v1. So let's say it's a perfect, then they're gonna battle 1v1 in a friendly challenge in hard mode with the same picks and bans to see who would come out on top. And now Natchoa is in, and what selections do they have? Is it dragons? Do they go straight back to it? Yes, they do. Take full advantage of the dragon selection.
Yeah, they're doing it again. Double clone. Wonder if we're gonna have those Yetis again. However, this time I do see a log launcher. Whether or not we'll change that, not sure. At the moment, Queen's going in already. Angry Jelly was there, allowing her to only go for those defenses. Ignore some of those fluff buildings around the outside. And after clearing out some of those buildings, Natchoa has recalled the Queen already.
I think on the defensive side here, Tribe is making a conscious choice of putting witches. And they're going with just some toxic CCs since they know no one can take poison spells in this match. So they want to try to cause as much chaos as possible as we see the dragons now coming through to the top side with the Grand Warden of the Life Gem and Rage Gem. And that blimp is going to fly towards that Town Hall. You can pop the Warden ability, but it won't do anything.
Yeah, I keep expecting to see the Warden ability going off here to protect the blimp since we're so used to it's kind of a crazy ban that we have in there. But we do successfully get it to the Town Hall. We're taking quite a bit of damage. The Town Hall's still up for now. The Yeti Mites, are they going to do enough damage? Oh, it's close.
Oh, finally it just goes down, but he's trying to continue to keep that Monolith distracted as these dragons are trying to continue through that top side, but things are starting to fade away. Still has the King ability, still has the Minion Prince ability. Can the hero still power through this backside? The King is now forced to ability there.
Yeah, I like how Natchoa did use the Overgrowth on 2 multi-infernos. A lot of damage that he can protect from the dragons that are trying to make it over there to this remaining side here. But it does scare me. Oh, he got that. Oh, nice. That's really, really good pathing for that Minion Prince ability.
You can't do anything now. This ward ability, he pops it, but it doesn't do anything there. So now he just sits back and watches. Can his troops still power through here? The scatter shot, I don't think so. There's no way. Warden, Mini Prince, they're all so low health. Plus with a defensive Mini Prince, multi-arch tower, Monolith still remaining. We've got our first defense. So there is not going to be a tie at all in this match here. Unless Cronos' team was to get in the high 70s, which is looking like where this is going to end. So it is a 77% too, and that could be the difference maker in this match. And now Riqirez is up for his attack, and it's, something different. It's go to the ground with the twin Hogs here.
I've been loving using Hogs, but I don't know if I would trust using Hogs personally on these bases. These bases look scary, especially with the poison spell towers, all multi-infernos. Both spitters pointing towards the core as well, which is scary.
Oh, he's going Skelly. Wait, Riqirez, you going Skelly Donut with no rage spell? Are you crazy? Oh my god, you're insane. He does have an Earthquake as well to deploy if he so chooses. But he takes out the clan castle with no rage needed. Well done there, Riqirez. Okay.
Yeah, that's really nice. Good value. He managed to keep everything alive. He even keeps one invisibility spell that he could potentially use later on to protect those hogs. A lot of multi-damage as we've seen. So let's see which path thing that he's going to try and clear out. The moment the heroes on that right-hand side, King gone to ability already to clear out that left-hand side, whilst the walls are already open. Queen also already gone to ability as she tries to make her way in towards this multi-inferno.
Yeah, that queen, unfortunately, she didn't trigger the Giga Bomb, so she is able to path her way into the multi to help grab it, but will she be able to stay alive? No! The Monolith finishes her off, and now he sends in an Earthquake it doesn't take it down.
Not enough. That is so unfortunate. I wonder if he was able to get it down if the Builder Hut was not regenerating its health. It might have honestly just pushed it over the edge. Well, we got those hogs coming in already. Now, this is going to be crazy. No, we got that one heal spell. We've got the healing tome active as well, just as we're approaching the Town Hall. Good to protect against those Town Hall shots. Again, that Spitter is still doing a crazy amount of damage.
It is, but he is pathing his way to the backside. There's another heal for the Super Hog. Still has his regular hogs to deploy as he's sprinkling them in onto the Wizard Tower, still maybe to the top side Wizard Tower and Archer Tower, and he drops the Skeleton spell as well, as he has the Furnaces that actually came out of the Flame Flinger to the left. That's looking to finish off that area.
There's still so much remaining. 2 multi-infernos. We still have the Monolith, the Ricochet Cannon. Let's see how this goes. We have cleanup all the way around the base trying to get it done. World Champion still has a lot of health.
Yeah, she does. She does have the Spirit Fox, but the Monolith is going to be the menace. The Monolith locks onto the World Champion there. Can the RC go invisible in time? She does! Yes. That can save it!
This could be huge.
No way, no way.
She returns back. She manages to stay alive. The Spirit Fox is also still up. She goes for the multi-inferno. 17 seconds. We're at 90%. This is getting super close.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Tessa. Oh, Giant Bomb!
Oh, Giant Bomb!
RC's dead! 9 seconds!
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Falls short just right there. 95% 2-star. When you thought the heroes could finish it off, but just couldn't do it. So if we take a look at the percentage right now in this match, 95 is the fail versus a 77. So if they triple, then Tribe will have to triple to win because of the 2 triples there. So pressure. And now Imraan is in. Good luck to you. And it is dragons with some super barbs. Only a few of them. And 2 recalls here with 2 overgrowths as well.
Yeah, 2 recall, 2 overgrowth. Overgrowth is a really good counter for the fact that they don't have those freezes. It does last way longer, which doesn't give you as much flexibility, so we'll see what happens. We've got the Flame Flinger down south. Love to see Flame Flingers, but we do have to keep an eye out. There is an Expo that could be quite devastating if we go in range.
Yeah, that Expo right there can be a problem, but will he already encounter it? Maybe pushing the dragons in from the left to try to take it down. Oh, Queen's already down from the far right side. Remember, the arrow, the giant arrow, can get way more value, including air defenses, in the regular mode versus hard mode.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. So used to seeing everything in hard mode. I love that choice, using the ability to get 2 of the 4 air defenses down. Recalls the Queen here as well. Oh, is he trying to get the last air defense down?
One thing I noticed is the Spirit Fox was on the Queen, and the Spirit Fox is gone. So no more Spirit Fox in the attack. So the Queen's going to place her way to the top side. And now dragons are going to push their way in towards the Town Hall. But the Flame Flinger got opened up from that one ground expo that you said is going to be a problem.
Yeah, it was too much to multitask. The Queen up top did... Oh, wait! She got recalled again. Was placed up top. I'm not sure exactly if he got the value that he wanted to. But then with the dragons coming in, he did unfortunately miss that. Dragons managed to push through pretty nicely, getting a lot of damage down with the Town Hall being cleared out. Minion Prince ability goes off. Wait, the Queen's back down, pretty much in the similar position.
Yeah, just behind his king, though. So trying to push into the defensive Minion Prince. But we still have the Monolith on the backside still up. Baby Dragon to the Wizard Tower to the right side. Can these dragons still try to power their way through as they were getting spun around in that tornado trap? And the Queen, she can't stay alive here.
Yeah, this is looking very, very scary, especially I'm scared what's going to happen when the overgrowth frees up, the dragons go down, the remaining heroes are going to get absolutely melted. So many major defenses still up, all infernos, the monolith's still standing, and unfortunately not a lot left to clear out the space.
Yeah, not enough left. 40 seconds, and this is going to be another lower percent 2-star. And I know there's always going to be people commenting, Carbon, why is this in normal mode and not in hard mode? Well, because imagine if this was in hard mode. This would be impossible. No way. And it's a good test. I wanted to see how normal mode would fare with the pick and ban system. And it's fun. You know, there will be brilliant attacks, taking bases down, crushing hits, which just shows that they took full advantage of the drafting system, which is very important that you have to keep in mind, as it is a 78% 2 there for Imraan. So now Cronos' team, they can just walk in for a victory. Teemper is in with their final attack, and all he's got to get is a 61% 2-star, and that is a victory, as it's super witches. Don't get a 1-star here, Mr. Teemper.
Oh, no 1-star. Here we go. I mean, he's going for a fireball. He does have a lot of invisibilities, but he doesn't use them all. He just wanted to get some funneling down here on the south-hand side. Gets it done pretty nicely with those earthquakes. Then quite quickly drops in those super witches to pull the warden, to follow them with that rage gem into the scattershot compartment.
Yeah, they're taking full advantage of the pick and ban system of, because the fireball wasn't banned or picked, they went with the earthquake spell, which allows them that ability. So very nice use there, as the druid is down to help move on in towards these super witches. And out comes archers, witches, a furnace from the defensive clan castle. You can't poison it, so it's gonna be annoying to fight through.
Yeah, they knew how to make it annoying, that's for sure. This is what I feel like when I forget my poison spell when I'm in clan war, so this must feel pretty horrible. Like, we're pushing through. We're trying to push through at least. We need to get all of these clan castle troops down. We are slowly making it there, but we are stepping into a lot of damage. That's why we can keep some of those invisibility spells to help protect everything as they push through.
And look at these super witches going to be able to take advantage of this jump spell leading towards that town hall, as the King Spiky Ball comes through this base, and Raw Champion also can move through with her rocket spear. But the Queen ability gone off with that giant and the healer puppet. They're going to path into the town hall. The overgrowth will wear off, as he still has 2 more invises to use.
Yeah, we do have that overgrowth still active. We got the world champion clearing up pretty much everything up top, and we have those hogs that are distracting the enemy queen for the world champion to take it down. In the meanwhile, the witches have gone down, but they've successfully taken the town hall down, getting the 2-star. We're over the percentage needed. We're in the 70s at the moment. How much more can he get?
It's going to be up to the Royal Champion and these 2 invis spells. Can drop a baby dragon, probably on the wizard tower. That would be helpful. As he slowly, yeah, there you go, perfect, right there. As I queued it up, King will have the Phoenix, as he will continue to try to push through, but RC will have to encounter this stuff before the King kind of does.
Yeah, this back end, a little bit scary with the multi-archer tower. Unfortunately, those hogs already gone down. King hopefully stays in front of that Royal Champion, especially since he does have that revive. We got 2 invisibilities left. Surely this triples.
Surely, right? As he is targeting right onto the Archer Tower. And look at that King taking the damage of the Ground Expo. And he has 1 more invis. The King comes back to life with the Phoenix right there. Makes the RC invisible. And gonna secure not only the Ground Expo, secures the triple, and gonna secure the victory for their team. A well done attack there. Teemper taking full advantage of the picks and bans. And if we look at the final score of 8-7, Tribe Gaming, aka Cronos, Teemper, and Riqirez will be advancing here in this upper bracket. And up next, Ninja, Soam, and Demo for Spato, Seleno, and Leo. Attack of Super Dragons, 28 balloons, and he's going with a Life Gem and Lava Loop Puppets. Look at these balloons, just slowly moving their way around, making it look easy.